Your soul or your inner being knows what you deeply want. And by deeply want, I don't just mean the stuff, right? I mean, it knows how you will experience the most joy, the most happiness, the most freedom, the most abundance. Let's talk about allowing your most abundant timeline to flow to you, your soul's deepest desires to come to you with ease, right? So here is what I truly believe, and what my life has shown me time and time again, is that there is a divine plan for each of us, or like I said, our soul's highest desires, right? The universe or God or source or whatever you want to call it has a divine plan for us, or knows our deepest desires, and is always bringing it to us, right? Is always bringing it to us. And I want to show you how to do that. But let me just give you one example from my life to show you, to really illustrate what I mean by this. In my 20s, as a late teen and in my 20s, I never wanted children, right? It wasn't until I got to my early 30s that I kind of shifted my mindset around that, thought maybe I do want children. Now, the reason I didn't want children, right? The reason I didn't want children is because I'd created stories, right? I'd created stories, created beliefs. And beliefs are just stories, by the way, that we keep thinking, right? So I created these stories. I'd seen my mum, she didn't work. She had 4 kids. She just spent her life running the household, running us around, cooking, cleaning, doing all the household things. Dad went out, made the money, made all the decisions. And I was like, I don't want that. I want a career. I want freedom. I want choices. So I had created these stories that kids, bad, because that means that I cannot have a career and freedom and choices and holidays and all those fun things, right? So I've been telling myself this story, well, I don't want kids because I can't have those things. Then in my early 30s, I thought, well, maybe I do want them, right? My mindset sort of started to shift. Then I met a partner too, which was absolutely divinely guided. When I let go of the stories that I've been hanging on to, right? I met a partner who already had a daughter. Now, what this showed me, and this is what I want to talk about in terms of real manifestation, and I'll explain that in a minute. What it showed me was a partner that saw a woman as his equal, was really devoted to his daughter, and it completely shifted my mindset like that about having a child. So we stayed together, we've been together for 11 years now, and we have a beautiful daughter who's 8 years old. Now, I spent most of my life thinking that I never wanted a child. She is my life's greatest gift. Like, she brings me so much joy. It's unbelievable. She is so spiritually connected. I'm almost tearing up, right? She teaches me things. Like, I know she is channeling and she teaches me. If I had spent my life choosing what I thought I wanted based on my concepts of what was good and what was bad, I would have blocked that magic from my life, right? So many things in my life I can now, with this awareness, look back at and realize I was being guided to that. It wasn't my mind-made choice. I was guided. So let's talk about what real manifestation is. Real manifestation is to show, right? To show. Your soul or your inner being knows what you deeply want. And by deeply want, I don't just mean the stuff, right? I mean, it knows how you will experience the most joy, the most happiness, the most freedom, the most abundance. You are a unique human, right? We all have this persona or ego. We're never going to get rid of it 100%, but the more we dissolve that and connect to this deeper part of us, the more we are guided to the most abundance, right? Because we are always being shown that everything that's coming to us is for our highest timeline, right? It is for our highest timeline, but we need to get ourselves out of the way. And by ourselves, I mean the personal you. The you that's choosing, that's deciding what is good and bad, the you that's judging, yes, I want this, I don't want that, that's the personal you. When you can dissolve that and be open to what life is showing you, right? Dissolve the attachments, dissolve the judgments. That is when you'll be shown your most abundant timeline, or that is when you can step into it. It is always coming to you, but when you're judging things as good and bad, you are blocking it, right? When you're saying, no, I want this, I'm laser focused on this, you are blocking it. You will always be shown, and it comes to you in such an effortless way. So as I've let go this year, I've really truly let go and trusted and really, like I said, deepened my understanding of how to let go and shift the things that are truly blocking me, which is that persona, that ego, that personal you, and really connect to my soul, to this inner being, and led from there. The most magical synchronicities have happened. I mean, incredible synchronicities, little things happen daily, right? I'll think about someone they'll call. I mean, I know you've experienced that too, but things happen. Like the other week, I just had this feeling that I was going to catch up with this friend on a Saturday afternoon. We hadn't planned it. I hadn't messaged her. I actually had something else scheduled in the diary. And then that plan got cancelled. She contacted me and we caught up. I just had this inner knowing, this inner feeling. So what happens is when you start to really release that personal self, there is this inner knowing or this inner sensing of what is going to happen or what you need to do, right? You allow that part of you to truly guide you. But what's happened for me in the last 6 months, without me doing anything, right? I've been invited to create a little mini course in an app. I've been invited to have a feature in Forbes. I've been invited to speak on multiple podcasts. Money has been gifted to me. Clients have come to me out of the blue when I wasn't even working on my business. Magical things are happening, are coming into my life all the time, because I am not judging, I am not deciding how they need to go. I am open and trusting and knowing that everything is happening for me. I know you've probably heard that before, everything's happening for you. But when you truly realize or understand how to use this three-dimensional reality, right? How to use your life to access your soul or access your pure consciousness, right? That's what we need to do to be able to allow this highest timeline or our deepest desires. Your deepest desires are being created for you. You don't need to choose them. You need to get yourself out of the way. So the secret is understanding how to use your physical three-dimensional reality that we all live in, right? How to use that to access your highest timeline. And like I said, it really comes down to two things. One is really understanding that everything is happening for you. It is either guiding you to that highest timeline, to your manifestation, your highest soul's manifestations, or it's showing you what you need to let go of, right? This is the inner work that really needs to happen. Because when you work on your mindset, when you work on the mind, you're working on the false self. You're working on mind-made perceptions or concepts of who you are based on your society, your upbringing, your parents, your past experiences. You're upgrading, up-leveling the mind. But the mind is limited, and the mind will always have limits because the mind is part of this false self or this ego, right? It's never going to lead you to the most magical life, right? The most magical life is found when you can find deep peace and presence right now, and I promise you can, no matter what is happening in your life. And from that place, allow yourself to be led to the magic, because I promise it is already lined up and trying to flow into your life. Your inner being or your soul, it knows what you truly want, not what you think you want, right? Because what you think, so what I thought I want, let's just talk about my daughter again. What I thought I want is I thought I didn't want a child because I wanted freedom and abundance and being able to travel and have choices and all the things. But guess what? Having my daughter gave me those things. It sent me on this path, right? It was the actual opposite of what I thought I wanted that led to my most abundance. So I promise you, your soul is already creating and bringing to your most abundant timeline. Are you ready to get out of your own way and allow it, right? That's what I want for you. That's what I want for all of you. Now, for those of you that this has resonated with, Then I have a masterclass which goes deeper into this called Effortless Manifestation. I'll make sure the link is below. And there is also a 12-month program with coaching with me as well called Awaken Your Soul. I'll pop the link in here too. And it is to teach you how to create or how to allow the most magical, abundant timeline, your deepest desires manifesting to you with ease. Thank you so much.